back. Welcome to another video. I haven't done one for a while, obviously, for a couple of good reasons. One, there's not really been a lot to report as in actually catching bass, but things have all changed. Like today, this morning, first light, we went out at 3 o'clock in the morning, had 3 and lost 3 on the lures, which is very, very encouraging to say the least. I mean, we've been since December. I've been, quite a few times to be honest. But because I caught in December, it obviously, made me think that you could actually catch bass right up until till things have sort of going to start to kick off now, because the old crabs have come in now. They're peeling, which obviously brings the bass in. Water temperature's still a bit on the cold side. We've had this constant easterly for quite a while, so obviously the temperatures have been pretty low for this time of the year. So anyway, we've had a bit of bait fishing. We've had bass on bait fishing as well, but today we had a few on the lures, so it was all good. So let's get into the video. Right, so yes, a little bit of success at last. Now, I'll be totally honest with you. My run of blanks at lure fishing was got a bit outrageous, to be honest. I mean, it sounds bad, but really it isn't, because under the circumstances, I don't think anybody would have caught any fish at the times we had gone. Do you know what I mean? We tried everything. We tried every lure under the sun, just hoping that there might be some bass around. And obviously there wasn't. It was too early. So it's all it all seems to get forgotten about when you go. Like, obviously, like I said, we went this morning. It was yesterday actually. I did that little video bit this morning yesterday. It all changes once you get. It's just like you get your confidence, but it's a bit like a striker not scoring for bloody 3 months. Do you know what I mean? All of a sudden getting a goal, and then yes, I feel like I could go down there now and definitely catch a fish. Now, what actually happened was we'd got there, say usual sort of scenario, trying every bloody lure under the sun, and then obviously a little bit of a change of tactics, a little move to somewhere else. And then what happened was I stuck the pirate teaser, this one, pirate teaser. Now, what I especially like about this one, because I've found with weighted hooks, I haven't really had that much luck with weighted hooks, not for the last 20 goes anyway. But, I haven't really had much luck with weighted. I've always caught on lures that have just got the normal hook. I haven't really been casting very far. Obviously, for covering distance and finding the fish, obviously the heavier the lure, then we'll see, and it's going to go a little bit further. You can cover a little bit more distance, sort of thing. Right, but what I like about that hook is it's quite close to the body, like as opposed to this with a pirate teaser. Not did I say seducer? It's a pirate teaser. It's got a wide gap. I don't know why that's like that, but I think there is maybe a little bit of a downfall. I don't know if it was me or it's just bad luck, but I'd actually I'd caught 3 and lost 3. I just got them on. The first one I'd actually hooked, I said, I couldn't believe it. I said, I'm in. I'm bloody in. After all this time, I'm in. Anyway, I was getting it in. I was getting about halfway in. It was bloody really fighting, because I actually think, I've said this before, I'm sure, but I actually think they fight better on a single hook. I don't know why. I just feel that they do. This one was pulling like anything. Then all of a sudden, bang, it got off. I tell you what, if I told you the sort of words that were coming out of my mouth, they're not for the faint-hearted. I know I do swear occasionally. I don't mean deliberately, but obviously you could imagine, couldn't you? So, and then I thought, well, that's it then. That's that's the cosy little fish. But bucket me down, would you believe it? Cast that again. Jesus. I was in again. Anyway, I got this one in. It was about £3. Not bad. Good, still great account of itself. And that's how it went. I kept you know, I kept reading. I kept feeling little twitches, you know, and they're obviously attacking the lure. And then I ended up getting 3 in the end, but I lost 3. But I didn't lose them all in that area. I lost 2 there. One of them was a pretty good fish as well, because it was screaming line up and bloody reel, but only briefly. Then it was off. So obviously, I'm just wondering whether that it's got something to do with that hook being so shallow. But these actual hooks, I can't remember the name of them as usual, but they're really bloody hard to get from. But they just look amazing, like I said, compared to that one. But next time, obviously, if I find the fish and I'm using this lure, this pirate teaser, I'm going to swap over and see if I can get the same sort of action with that. Because I've obviously ordered some more of them. I tell you what, it's my killer #1 lure. It's funny how you know, tried every single blimmin', I'm not going to go through them, every single lure under the sun, not a bloody sniff. Put that on, bang, straight away. Anyway, the other one that I caught on was obviously the pirate seducer. That was first cast on that as well, and everybody else had been fishing, they hadn't had nothing. And that's done that a few times for me, that little lure. But then again, nothing after that. Maybe just a little fluke fish that come along. You know, it's just in the right place at the right time. Maybe hit it on the nose, because the water weren't that great either. And when you think about it, about all the times we'd been and I come home and I go, oh yeah, we didn't catch anything because the water was so shit, or blame the tide run. I mean, all these fish were caught round about low tide. So that little theory is gone out. Quite a few little theories have gone out of the window, to be honest, over the last sort of fishing sort of trips. Anyway, so that was basically the tactic for catching the fish that night. Obviously, we're going to be doing some videos on bait fishing as well. I know it's not lure fishing, but I think it's bloody good. I mean, it's kept my sort of my morale up doing a bit of bait fishing, because when you bloody catch, do you know what? I've never blanked that many times ever. But not saying that you know, there's mega advantages for lure fishing as opposed to bait fishing. Like, you ain't got to carry a shit ton of bloody gear, have you? Anyway, the next thing we're going to be going over is the FG knot, because a few people have asked how to tie it, and that's my favourite knot. But I don't always use it, because I use the socket always. If I'm fishing, I won't stand there bothering tying a bloody FG knot. But I do if I come home and change my leader or change my line. Because, oh yeah, that's what killed it for me the other day. I did exactly like I said. I did exactly what I tell people not to do, and that is to watch that line. Exactly did it. I weren't watching the line. My line had got over the top of the spool. Bang! I had the bastard wind knot. Finished. I couldn't be bothered to cut all the bloody line off, to be honest. I've obviously done it now. I was happy to go home triumphant. So let's get into the knot. Right then, so hopefully this is the one. Right, because my filming skills have been absolutely disastrous. The camera's fallen over about 10 times doing it. The spool's slipped round. The line's fallen over. I dropped the bloody leader and it all tangled up. Right, but it is really simple. It's because I'm trying so bloody hard. Right, so now what we got here? We've got my got the leader, and we've got the braid and leader. Right, this braid is not the braid I normally use. This is a £10 spider wire. I have used it before. I used it for yonks, in fact. It never let me down. It never snapped. I mean, it obviously snapped if I'd got snagged up. A few wind knot problems with it, but it's got a funny nylon-y feel to it, not like, you know, your normal braid. Well, you know, the better quality braids, I suppose. Well, I think the spider wire is actually quite a good one, but this one feels quite nylon-y. I mean, this was quite an old spool. So that's the braid going obviously to your reel, and this is the orange is the leader. Now, obviously, I don't use an orange leader. I use a clear leader, but I'm doing it like this so you can see what it's doing. It's not the greatest bit of fishing. I think it's about £18 old Asso line or something like that. Anyway, so what I'll do is I'll put the braid into my mouth, into my teeth. So if I start talking like a bloody, I don't know, You know why. And then put a little bit of tension on it. Lay the leader over the top, just about that much, and then go under and over to the left, under and over to the right. Glasses on, under and over to the left, under and over to the right. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now, not too tight, otherwise you'll fuck it up. 13, 14, 15, 16, under, over, fucking thing, under, under, over, under, over. Is that right? It looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. So that's about 22 turns, okay? Now the next thing you've got to do is hold the line as you've got to get the braid end, make a loop and hook that through there, so we've got to tie it off now. Nice and gently does it. Alright, and pull that knot down tight. At this point, put it really tight so it fucking embeds in there, do you know what I mean? Right. Because I tell you what, I am not doing this knot again. Then again, put the lines together, then go back the other way. And that's not very good. I'm going to show you that again because that wasn't very clear. Right, put the two lines together, the little tag end and that, and then we're going to go, not that one, sorry, this one, and make another loop and come through this side to tie that little knot off. See that? Like that? Can you get that? You should have watched you should have gone and watched another, but you asked me to do it, so I have. Right, so and then pull that tie, and then last but not least, we're just going to tie a couple of little loops, but only over our braid, only so we got this bit of braid. You see that? I hope you can see what I'm doing. You can see, look how neat that knot is. I tell you what, but make sure you give it a bloody good tug, won't you? Because so all them little strands embed into the actual embed into the thing. I know I'll bugger that bit up and then one. Right, so you can see that, can't you? Hopefully this video's come out because I swear I'm not doing it again. Right. Anyway, let's get back to it. I don't know why I've got all these bloody loops going on now. So now we just do another simple loop over that. You could actually cut that bit off. Look, see that? Easy. Look, pull the loop through and then pull it down to the knot. One more. This is how I do it. I'm not saying it's right. I'd go the other way this time. Through the thing, little loop, little simple little clinch knot. I think that's what it's called. Getting all technical now, aren't I? And there you go, Bob's your uncle. Get the pliers. Braid scissors. Braid scissors. Ridge monkey braid scissors. Luminous handles. Snip that off. And then put your braid. Snip that off. I'm telling you what, that is a belter of a knot. That goes through the guides like a dream. And that is my interpretation of the FG knot. Bob's your uncle. So that's the FG knot. Anyway, there it is in all its glory. Hopefully you can see that without it being too blurred in the light. I don't know. I can't tell from here, you know, because the camera's around the other way. Well, anyway, that is the FG knot. That is the knot I used. I wouldn't stand there mucking about trying to tie that if I was actually down fishing. Do you know what I mean? If I go back a bit, probably see that a bit better. That is a pucker knot. That is. It's as strong as you like. It ain't going anywhere. Anyway, so basically that's the end of the video. Hopefully in the next video we'll have some light. I've said, how many times have I said that in the videos? But like this time, obviously I went down there. I obviously, honestly, didn't expect to get anything, but it just all seemed to go right. It seems like, you know, I hadn't been doing anything wrong. It's just things it just weren't right going. Trying to catch fish too early. Do you know what I mean? Despondent. And the other thing is, like my run of blanks, it wasn't a run of 20 blanks. I mean, I'd blanked a few times before I'd caught that one back in December. Do you know what I mean? So I'm on about from there. I haven't been 20 times since that fish. I'm just saying that was one fish in 20. Bloody shit, isn't it? But I can only blame myself. Bait fishing, different scenario. A lot easier. But lure fishing is miles better because it's a lot less hassle. Much more exciting when you get the fish. Not like, because otherwise you'd probably be pulling in dogfish all day, you know what I'm saying? But that's another scenario. I don't even mind that, you know what I mean? As long as you're catching fish, but lure fishing is where it's at. Anyway, that's the end of the video. Hopefully I'll see you in the next video. But meanwhile, I'm going to be getting back down there and catch some more on the pirate teaser, because that lure is bloody my #1 at the moment. See you later. See you in the next video.